So let me get this straight. This Julie Carpenter person wants to interfere with a federal investigation into a scammer's activities, ripping off Australian people for tens of thousands of dollars, all because she is butthurt over a hashtag. Let me just read to you what was written on the GoFundMe account that she's all up in arms about first. It says, "I'm writing this on behalf of my mother. As many of you know, Aussie Insider has been building her own tiny home. What you may not know is, in the process, she was scammed by a fake company posing as a legitimate business. She's very embarrassed that she was so easily fooled, considering her background, and as a result, she is ashamed to talk about it, let alone admit she fell victim to such a blatant scam, which are all too common in the building industry today. This has been a financial setback Aussie could not afford. The bills are rolling in regardless, and the money set aside to pay them has been stolen. Let's help her reach this tiny home goal and show her that we appreciate her undying support for the Canton community and justice for John O'Keefe." At the bottom of the post is a YouTube link to my channel, Aussie Insider, and the video it's showing is 2 songs that I wrote myself, showing my support for the Canton community and justice for John O'Keefe. I also have receipts for the scam. Of course, you don't need to know the level of detail that the federal police do, so I have redacted some information. But this is the scammer basically replying to my phone call and sending me an invoice to pay. And as you can see, they've requested a screenshot of the receipt, which I diligently paid and sent back this screenshot. Again, you don't need to know my details, but that's it. That's how simple it was to get scammed online. And this last receipt here, I've chopped the bottom of it off because it's got a lot of my details written there. But it's essentially a receipt for my report to the Australian federal government. And that is what Julie Carpenter wants me to give her so she can interfere in the investigation. Now, let's have a look at her targeted attack. She says, "Yet another YouTuber is attempting to grift off John O'Keefe's death. I will not mention the YouTuber because I do not want to give her the attention, but a GoFundMe has been started in her name so she can build a tiny house. At the end of their plea money, they use John's name to garner funds." Well, let's go and have a squiz at my channel, shall we? Remember, the GoFundMe says, "Let's show her that we appreciate her undying support for the Canton community and justice for John O'Keefe." Scrolling through my videos, you can see, going back at least a year, there is absolutely nothing on my channel that is not related to those 2 topics. End of story. In fact, the last time I published anything that was not related to those 2 topics is 11 months ago. The last 116 videos have been 100% in support of the Canton community and justice for John O'Keefe. And just because we differ in our opinions as to what justice for John O'Keefe looks like, does not mean that my opinion is untrue. Whoever killed Officer John O'Keefe needs to be held accountable. I don't care who it is. Nonetheless, the statement on the kids' fundraiser says, "Let's show her that we appreciate her undying support for the Canton community and justice for John O'Keefe." That support has not waned in the past 11 months. Therefore, nothing that the kids wrote on the fundraiser is untrue. I absolutely was scammed, and I absolutely have been supporting the Canton community. I'm currently in the process of producing album number 2 for the Canton community. But Julie Carr didn't stop there. No. She posted that she wants everybody to report the GoFundMe, with the specific intent of causing me a housing problem. So she toddles off over to the GoFundMe page, not realising that she has now stalked me across 2 different platforms and incited others to also follow me around and harass me and make complaints and cause me financial and reputational harm. Fortunately, my son was able to get in touch with the team at GoFundMe, and he was assured that none of those complaints have had any effect on his account whatsoever. In fact, they're more worried that the social media trolls are going to make other customers more afraid of sharing their fundraisers across social media. Anyway, they advised him that if at all they require proof, they will send an email to him and he can provide it. And as you've seen, we do have proof of both statements, that I was scammed and that I've been supporting the community, and that I believe in justice for John O'Keefe. Anyway, by the time I wake up this morning, Julie Carr has contacted me on yet another platform, claiming again that I've told another lie and that I'm spreading disinformation. Well, let me publicly correct you, Julie Carr. The poster that I was referring to in the Dear Jurado video was not you. There's actually two posters that I was referring to, and that's Grant Ellis Smith and Kate Peters. So now you have stalked me across 3 separate platforms and incited others, trying to cause me financial or reputational harm. Do you honestly think that the federal police investigating an international crime like scamming give a fucking shit about a hashtag? Like, come on, please. Surely you're not that daft. And while we're at it, do you think it'd be too much to ask for you guys to brush up on your vocabulary? I mean, you are an English-speaking country, right? English is your first language, right? And in English, a grifter is a con artist, someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. And as I have clearly presented here, there is no fraud. Everything I have said and done is the truth. In fact, owning a YouTube channel and earning money from it is a business. And if you want to stop people from earning money for their business by smearing their reputations, you're essentially defaming them. You see, defamation is where you have cost somebody money by attempting to harm their reputation or harm them financially. And the people you are harming on YouTube have legitimate businesses. So you're not just having a bit of harmless fun smearing someone's name. You are literally setting yourself up to be sued. If that person can prove that what they have said or what they have done on their channel is the absolute truth, you're screwed. The law is not on your side. What I have done here is proved that what you are saying is untrue, and now you know that what you are saying is untrue, and if you continue to say what you now know to be untrue, that is defamation with malicious intent. Look it up. I think you'll be surprised. It's actually you who is breaking the law.